Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Daniel Parfitt tuning in from the DeSales University Center. We are here once again to ask more people about their opinions on climate change. All right, we are here with Alex Reardon. I want to ask him a quick couple questions. Alex, how would you define climate change?
Climate change, I believe it's the change of climate due to things that have been done to this planet, mostly pollution from industrial type things, cars and the likes.
Awesome. Do you think that is primarily done by humans or just natural causes?
Definitely humans. As much as climate change can just be its own thing, for any reason, I think there's been a lot of proof shown that it's been accelerated more than ever seen in natural history before because of the pollutants that we've exposed the Earth to. So I think it's definitely more humans than anything else.
It's actually interesting. There are 32 families of computerized charts that predict the warming of the atmosphere. 31 out of those 32 predict a dangerous incline in the heat, whereas only one of them, the Russian model, shows that the heat levels aren't rising very much, and it's the only model that has actually been consistent with reality. This is Leah and Heather. We're going to ask them about climate change.
Okay.
How would you guys define climate change?
I don't want to. Climate change. Okay.
Come back here.
Yikes. Changing, the weather, the environment. So.
It's over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Over time.
Do you think what do you think we should be doing in response?
Okay, we should turn the lights off when you leave a room. You should recycle, use less plastic.
Listen close, guys.
Look at this. DeSales just started using like a paper type thing for the.
Yeah, I noticed. They're horrible at actually closing.
Yeah, they don't
are.
close.
But you know what? We are helping the environment, and so.
All for the greater good.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What would you, if you had to take a guess, what do you think the origin of the climate change movement would be? Do you have any idea who might have started it?
Couldn't tell you.
Nazis.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
It's actually hilarious.
Interesting.
So the Nazi regime was actually among the first, if not the first, party to introduce laws and policies to preserve the environment and endangered species.
Yeah, did not know that.
Yeah, it's crazy. What are your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I think I'm gonna have to look into that just because I had no idea. So I think that's something that's pretty interesting that I just definitely want to know more about just because I feel like it's important to be in the know about this kind of subject.
If you had to take a guess, what do you think the origin of the climate change movement might have been?
Polar bears.
Polar bears?
Yeah, I don't know.
Polar bears, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, not polar bears, but you know how you always see the pictures of the polar bears on the ice caps, and it's
Yeah.
really depressing. So maybe that, but I don't know. I mean that for me, that's what I think of first when you say climate change and that. Yeah.
What would you say if I told you that it was the Nazi regime?
What's the Nazi regime? Climate change?
Are you asking me who the Nazis are?
No, I know who the Nazis are. I'm just zoning out. There was a lot happening.
No. The origin of the climate change movement was actually the Nazi regime. They were the first party, among the first, if not the first party, to introduce laws and legislation to preserve the environment and endangered species.
I've never heard that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and after World War II ended, since nobody liked the Nazis anymore, the leftovers kind of moved to America and started an environmental movement.